Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a look at Peckinwolf's video. And we will check out the gameplay and casted of an AD Milio. Now, this is played on PvE, and he's probably playing this as a viewer game, right? So the level of play is not going to be super incredibly high. Instead, today we're having a look at Milio. His passive, fired up. Milio's abilities, enchant allies on touch, making their next spell or attack deal a burst of extra damage and burn the target. So this already, gonna be questionable. He can probably use that on himself, but obviously this makes him already a 2v2 champion, and yeah, he's the support, right? He's not an AD mid laner. But we're gonna see. Maybe there's something to uncover. So then the Q, Ultra Mega Fire Kick. Kick a ball that knocks back an enemy. On hit, the ball bounces behind the target, damaging and slowing enemies in the area upon impact. So we see that here, right? He's gonna throw that. It knocks back the Leona, and then it creates this little AoE thingamabob. Pretty simple. If you send it through one of your allies, it is going to enchant him, just like the Nami bubble. You can throw that on top of your ally and give them the Nami passive. Then W, Cozy Campfire. Create an empowering zone that heals allies and increases attack range for those inside. The zone follows the ally nearest to the cast point. You can use that on yourself. The thing is, this is... this is broken. This is really a strong ability. We saw the numbers, and just giving attack range already is pretty strong for AD carries. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. Very simple kit so far, right? This also is obviously going to empower the allies with the passive here, right? And then we have Warm Hugs. Milio tosses a shield to an ally, temporarily increasing their movement speed, which will also, obviously, proc the passive, give extra fire damage. Now, I'm feeling strong Kog'Maw vibes here. I'm feeling very strong Kog'Maw support vibes. You're gonna be a Lulu in a way. Little bit less survivability. However, the ultimate. Breath of Life. Milio unleashes a wave of soothing flames that heal and remove crowd control effects from allies in range. Oh my god, dude. That is going to be bonkers. Now, it doesn't work with knockups, which is obviously important, right? But there you can see it. That's how it works. Very simple kit, very impactful. So we're gonna see... We'll do the Milo special, and we're gonna have a look at sport. We're gonna have a look at all the potential positions people come up with and the potential builds. I'm not expecting this build to be anything, the mid lane Milio. But yeah, let's get into Peckinwolf's video. This is not going to be a cast, by the way. This is going to be
mid lane and going to be building AD on him. He
a
is
react.
a support. I do not think that this is remotely like the best way to play him, but it was something that I thought of, and it doesn't seem that bad.
This is the Lulu thing,
champion,
right?
So he has a lot of things in his kit that make it so he buffs others, but he also can buff himself, which is what we're going to be playing around. So his passive is what is going to make this possible, which is whenever I shield or heal an ally, including myself, that means that I get bonus magic damage on my next auto attack that scales with the amount of AD total that I have. So the more AD that I build, the more damage it's going to deal. I did think about at first building Nashor's Tooth and trying it because you do have an AP ratio on your Q, but I found out basically that... Oh, I thought it was versus Katarina this game. I guess I'll swap that over. But I found out that his Q, despite having a 90% AP ratio, 270 damage, it's probably pretty good, right? I mean, you would think that, all right, it slows for a lot, deals a lot of damage, It has a decent ratio on it, so it's good, right? No, it's not. Because it has a 12-second cooldown
Yeah,
at every single rank.
that's rough.
Every single rank. 12
That's
second
very rough.
cooldown. That's insanely long. So it's basically self-peel for me inside of this thing. How worse is it's just a skill shot that you throw out in the first
So what
person
he
that
can
it
do,
hits, it
obviously, is he can shield himself, right? Take trades like that. That is very, very good already. He can also buff his range up, right? Which is also going to be a long cooldown. Obviously, we don't fully know how much, but the other point, right? There are 2 charges of the shield. So here he's going to buff himself up. Obviously, there is going to be a lot of focus onto the mid lane as, you know, we are the streamer man, right? He is probably playing viewer games. As I think that here you actually go for more points in shield instead of your W, right? Okay, he's going to take the Q. The thing is, the Q you can't self-enchant with, right? You can't buff yourself up with the Q. But so far, like, look at his auto attacks. That seems pretty potent, honestly. And what? It seems to be 12 seconds per shield. That would be busted. There's no way. Yeah, that is not a good trade. Definitely not a good trade. I mean, the auto attacks seem pretty cool, honestly. It's decent range. I don't hate it. The fact that the W follows a target is absolutely busted, though, right? Because that means that you're not beholden to just standing inside of it, which means you just get the buff. You know what I mean? It's actually kind of insane. And the area of effect is also crazy. So that obviously means that everyone inside of it has increased range. That could be insane. Like dude. You know who I've been also thinking about? This sounds weird, but Yasuo. Because the thing is, right, Yasuo can use the attack range a lot, and the attack speed is clearly very good. But the thing is, right, that what I think would be crazy on Yasuo would be the fact that Yasuo goes in for trades, right? So you can just hit your abilities on especially your Q, and it works really well with the Milio passive. It's kind of like Senna, right? I think the biggest downside obviously would be the W needs to be cast in a place where it's kind of predictable, because it's not going to move fast enough. And I mean, we can already tell, like, this pick is not going to be viable for mid lane, as the Victor goes for a very basic line here. Not really playing Victor like I would. I would be in this Milio's face, but I guess the plan here is to let Streamerman do Streamerman video.
You use the campfire, you get the fired up, you auto attack, then you can shield yourself. Shield yourself once, go for an auto attack, and then wait for the sheen cooldown, and then shield yourself again and do it again, right?
So Essence Reaver then, yeah.
But you can think of it as a nice trade between your cozy campfire. So you use the campfire, you get the fired up, you auto attack, then you can shield yourself while the campfire is out to give yourself another auto attack, and then after that next shielded auto attack, it's probably been around 3 seconds, so your cozy campfire will give you another empowered one, because remember that it gives you 3 empowered autos over a 6-second duration, so if you're just shielding in between it, you can continue getting those empowered autos off. And then as the game progresses,
very interesting.
It gets stronger and stronger. So as you can see, it's 25% of ally attack damage, and at level 18, it's going to be 50% of ally attack damage. And it turns your auto attack into magic damage straight up. So you will be basically doing hybrid damage. So the whole entire idea that I have is build him like an Ezreal with a a Essence Reaver to make it so I don't have bad mana issues, and then Navori Quick Blades because that's gonna make it. I wonder if I can maybe get him to like. Okay, like he used his ultimate, so that's good. The issue is, can I heal back the damage that he used on me? Like, burning his ultimate is sick. I still have my own ultimate, which is just a self-heal. It's an AoE, heals literally everybody around you. One auto.
You're not gonna win that. You're not gonna win versus something like Victor.
Be a better,
like in the laning, Victor is such a strong laner.
Thing to level up
There's almost no champion that can.
Although then you wouldn't get the healing.
One auto. That can outtrade Victor like pound for pound. He's so strong early.
So I'm not really sure.
As long as the Victor uses Death Ray.
Sometimes people get really baited by me being around this HP. Because it is an instant heal for 150. Nice auto.
So yeah, it seems like he's played this a bit already, which means he has already figured out a little bit of a build. Good attack range. Dude, Victor is just griefing, by the way.
He's dead.
Okay. Hmm.
So, yeah, he thought that he could tank it, right? But as soon as I get that press to attack and I continue auto-attacking, then the damage just starts ramping up because it's making it so every single time that I do a fired up auto,
he's just clueless.
I'm just doing bonus damage because that's what press the attack does, right? It increases all.
No. I shouldn't be this. I shouldn't be like that. I should say, oh my god, it's such a strong pick. You should all get hyped for more Milio videos because I'm going to release them on my channel in the next couple of days. Sorry. I did the influencer thing wrong. Alright, so we have a Coalfields Warhammer now.
Of course, the heal for myself. I don't know if you can use it to buffer a stun. Like, for instance, can I cast my R? I think you're not allowed to cast your R while you're stunned, but maybe you can cast it right beforehand. I don't know if there's a cast time. It depends on if there's a cast time or not for that type of thing. So we'll just do one quick auto and then back away here. So yeah, that's the idea. Doing Q max last because once again...
You know what I kind of wish for a champion? I would have wished for like a champion that has something like this campfire, but he has to stand still and kind of build up a chain link, right? And he kind of has to channel that chain link to empower his ally. That would be so cool because there would be so much more trade-off than this, where it's just like you press it on the enemy and it follows. Like,
for myself, my attack range is 525, and when I use it, it goes up to 630, which is, I believe, 20 less than Caitlyn, but otherwise still pretty damn high. So you almost have Caitlyn range.
That is pretty damn high.
I'm gonna have such a better time with...
Yeah, the mana is an issue. Okay, going in for the trade. Yeah, okay, he's starting to take some okay trades. That was a good Q. Yeah, that was a good Q that's gonna get him out of trouble. The problem is, like, if Victor knew how to play Victor, he would be hit by so many death rays. Like, he's constantly in death ray range.
How much more gold do I need? Alan might rotate to me, but I have my...
Yeah, I mean, this shouldn't be allowed. I think that this build is like funny, hey XD. I've not seen Milio, so I didn't know. But no, this is not a viable build by any means. I don't think so. Maybe in certain matchups, it's probably playable. Honestly, but like I don't see it versus Silas. I don't see it versus Katarina. I don't see it versus Fizz. I don't see it versus... Yeah, I mean, I don't see it versus anything. Xerath, Syndra, Orianna.
I guess because he shielded himself, it's not enough. Okay, he used his flash. I just shielded myself to keep myself safe when we get his flash. Because we're playing a champion with an instant shield similar to, like, Karma, you can sometimes get away with that kind of stuff. And The only reason why I lived is because I know Victor damage like the back of my hand. I've played hundreds of Victor games before, so I know that he's not going to be able to kill me there. He's probably going to die to Echo.
Yeah, if he had his E, he would kill you there. Like, come on, Pekin. He would have killed you with if he just used his E afterwards, right? He just flash Q, and then E.
We get a little bit of mana back whenever we use our Sheen proc, which is also going to
But
help
yeah,
out a lot, making it just so we can continue getting being
and
able to
potentially
trade
he would
without
have to
using our
flash
mana
like very quickly there,
immediately, right?
because the E can come
We do
out
get
at
refunded for
almost
more
the same
mana than
time
it
of the
actually
Q.
costs, so unfortunately it still does have the problem of like I will run out of mana eventually, but that's okay. And then the next item I'm going to go for is Navori. And it's going to auto attack once and then back away.
Not too bad.
Gonna
And the
know.
2v2 is obviously where this whole thing becomes strong. So I would honestly ping on the way, because like you definitely win this.
That's fine.
I think the 2v2 is like the strongest suit here of Milo.
I guess I'll flash.
Milio.
It should be okay.
Yeah, you'll have to ult.
Gonna shield myself, press Q on him, go for a couple auto
Yeah.
hits,
Nice.
and we got him. So he went forward really hard, right? But the thing is that I can always use my ultimate just to heal myself for, what, 150? That does not sound that bad. And then I have other healing as well. My W right now heals for 200.
Dude, 150 is not
And then finally, I didn't mention this before, but
that
your
much.
shield, it is just a shield, right? But the other thing is that it gives you movement speed, and that never scales with AP. It's just a flat amount. So that's good because it's a flat amount. It honestly already does a pretty decent amount of movement speed. Because
That
a lot
is
of
true.
times whenever Riot adds something that has scaling, it will be kind of worse. But because they didn't add scaling to it, it's almost just always good. It's just
Okay,
25
good
flat
fundamental,
movement speed at all times,
obviously.
which is sick. We're gonna go Navori next, so I'm just gonna go for Caulfield.
So
here.
Navori into Essence
And
Reaver.
you can see that it's up to 34.
I mean, it does make a lot of
Riot
sense,
magic
right?
damage
It's a very
turns
good
into
build
bonus
path.
magic damage, and then also I get the magic damage over time, but that's not as.
I don't think that Navori
It's
makes
a
sense
90
though.
AP ratio on it, but I don't really care
You're just auto
about
attacking.
that one.
No, Navori doesn't make any
What
sense.
I mainly care about is just.
No. Navori doesn't make any sense. 20. I mean, yeah. So I guess it makes sense for the cooldown, right? That is kind of what he wants. But damage-wise, I'm not sure.
3 auto attacks on that guy from super far distance.
I think that with this build, Rapid Fire Cannon could actually be pretty nasty. The problem is you're going to be starved for damage eventually. But I think Rapid Fire Cannon with the Campfire, you could just like
5 seconds to my
poke
ultimate.
auto attack people. Right? If you get used to it.
I'm just healing myself using my abilities here.
I mean, okay, maybe actually, no, I take that back. Actually, Navori is pretty good. Yeah, Navori is pretty good here. You waste half of the passive, but the other path is so strong here. Because he seems to have like, especially stuff like the shield is super broken with ability cooldown on hit. Right? Because it's gonna be, you get a charge, you get more charge, you're dead. Yeah, just dead.
They're committing a lot of resources to get me with flash and everything.
Flash ultimate
Not
ghost.
enough when I'm that far away from my tower. I thought that he left for a second, so I was looking for a trade when I shouldn't be. So I dived.
Oh no, he didn't use ghost.
Navori.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, so Navori.
It's not much that I can buy. I think for boots, we're probably gonna build a Ionian boots, because Ionian boots is gonna make it so we just get more CDR.
I don't think that's actually worth it. If you get the, so here's why I disagree. I've thought about this a lot with Viego and stuff, right? And generally Navori, once Navori became a thing, I've done like a lot of testing, and the best Navori user that's uncommon, by the way, is going to be Hecarim. Sounds weird, but I tried Hecarim with Navori, and it's actually kind of nutty. Would be Triforce, Phantom Dancer, Navori. Sounds weird, but it's actually pretty busted. But yeah, so the thing is, right, that
if I really wanted to, I guess.
I think that on this build,
Talon spot.
the movement speed boots are gonna be best. The normal slow boots,
Can't even get it.
specifically versus this guy, because Victor on hit slows you, right?
Oh yeah. Also,
And it's
shield or heal. I guess I didn't mention this. It's
very
not
little,
fast.
and then also
Auto
your
attacks and
your
damage
movement speed
damage
is gonna
so-
scale up. So he, yeah.
Dude, he's so fast. One auto. Cool. So when I shield myself and I land my Q, that actually deals the bonus damage.
Dude, it looks really nice. The Q looks really nice. Like, it also looks like it's a lot of fun to play.
So it's
I am.
I think he's just dead. Oh, maybe not.
That was not it.
Let's just run.
Yeah, yeah. Just run for it. It's a really good counter to stuff like Cannon, by the way. Like, it's really good against Cannon. I just noticed.
Going for autos because they overextend a little.
What? Yeah. No, that makes sense. Does he enchant himself with the Q? No.
Going for autos.
It doesn't
because
seem
they
like he
overextend a
enchants
little
himself
bit.
with the
Not
Q.
going too deep though. Deco did a good job at turning there
I mean, this is just him being better at, like,
as
No.
they overextended.
basic team fighting and general basic League of Legends fundamentals. Yeah, okay.
I guess I could only be using my W. I mean, the heal is really nice, but I could probably be using I don't know. It's harder to get auto attacks off on a mage.
It is indeed. Honestly, Black Cleaver sounds really good on this build as well. The more I'm thinking about it, because it gives you movement speed, right? And then also, yeah, dude, honestly, the range is not bad. Yeah, you're gonna die though.
Minions kind of were beating me up, and I did stand inside of his E. I used my Cozy Campfire and Ghost because he finally used all of his abilities.
He could have
on the
flashed
wave,
that, yeah.
so I had an
That was a
opportunity
good
to just
all-in
try to run
timing
him
anyhow.
down. Using
So
my
I think that
Cozy
Berserker
Campfire
Greaves would be
shield
better,
was
or just
visible
normal,
from
like
burning my auto
the
if
slow
we go
resistance
attack range,
Swifties.
but way too much damage because I
Swifties are really good
stayed
for
inside of his
spacing,
abilities.
especially on something
So
that is like
maybe if I sidestep,
bit
I could've
weird.
lived.
Because you're not gonna have the full power that most champions have, right? So you're gonna have
I
to
really
rely
wanted
on
to
spacing a
but I
lot
don't know
more,
how to
and
get it, so I guess
you
I'll
know,
just
with
go for
slow, there's a good chance. The other thing
the
could be
CR
like
now.
ninjas just to get away from Talon. But I don't think that cooldown boots are actually good, because the cooldown boots, like, they only add
another build
in
that
this
I could do
case
is,
they give you, you know, they help out with your summoners a little bit,
does give
but
you
the main thing is your ultimate, right? The rest you already get the cooldown reduction
passive.
because of your abilities.
Also, it will be good versus their assassins.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure
I
about
go
the cooldown
Kraken,
boots.
I might
I
have an
don't.
issue
I
with
think that
sustaining
Berserkers
anything.
would be better for
Also,
DPS,
DP
obviously,
carry.
and there's just better options. I mean, yeah, Caitlyn would have this pushed in by now, so you know the comparison to Caitlyn is a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, this is not looking like a build that is super strong. His gold economy isn't crazy
I
though.
really wanna step up too
Like
aggressive.
he really isn't slaying out crazy. I mean, it is crazy for the pick, I would guess. Yeah, that was not the best campfire, obviously.
Back, use my ultimate to heal my teammate.
Good ultimate, but it's not gonna be enough. But we pick up a kill onto the
Just probably
Katarina here.
over
5 and
over
2
again.
and 1. So pretty good stat line. Does have a good amount of money. This would be about the amount of money that you would have in a serious game as well, if you, you know, remove the kills and go for the farm.
I have my item.
But on mid Milio, you wouldn't
Just
have that,
wonder if I
obviously,
get back top, so
right?
maybe I can stay.
Because you're just gonna get clapped during laning phase. So you're gonna fall behind. Okay, Victor. Okay, Victor. Okay. What?
Shield myself.
Oh, yeah, it works on minions too, that it knocks them back. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That looks weird.
Trying to kill me.
Whoop.
Damn.
So, I mean, generally, being low
every single time
HP
that I use my
benefits
cozy
Victor, right? Because
campfire
he's a
for the
burst
bonus attack range, so I
champion.
could finally go for like maybe a couple autos. He just runs. I have my Navori now though. Just gonna make it so I have way less cooldowns as long as I can continue auto attacking people.
Yeah, I don't. I think that you're gonna need some HP here. I think that something like Black Cleaver is actually really good here. Black Cleaver, or even, I mean, yeah, you know, Blade of the Rune King's always good. It's just a busted item at the moment. But I think for me it would probably be Black Cleaver, Wit's End after this. Because Wit's End, you're gonna take damage from Victor. You cannot not take damage from Victor. You're gonna take damage from Cannon. And Talon, you have the Black Cleaver for, kind of, right?
I'm just gonna sometimes use my Q.
And Black Cleaver is really good because it gives you the movement speed.
Now, so that helps out a lot. Got his first strike. That's sick.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that there is less. Actually, the W is pretty good for the E, right? With the W, you can help Echo get his E range up, I think. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I mean, yeah, there's no way that you can deal with her. Interesting.
Really hard chasing here. She should die for this.
Wait, so
really hard chasing.
Yeah. So he cancelled the CC from it. Man, he cancelled the CC from her E.
She should die for this.
She does die for it?
Since I'm an 80 carry, I don't think that we can play him similar to like trying to kill people on my own. It's mostly going to be around like just performing inside of team fights as the backline. I think that there is opportunity to be able to kill people though.
In this game, there's not going to be a like backline in that way though, right?
And worth a big shutdown too. Oh, wait.
You can't play this game like.
Maybe I can help. No, maybe not.
Like that.
Dude, do I just die?
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
I don't really know if I can kill Kat or if she's just gonna one-shot me with her build.
I don't see it. I don't see this pick. I don't see this pick on 80 being viable. I mean, we've seen the numbers now. You know, of course you never know. Like maybe his base shield is higher and stuff. Cannon, for example, is a really good 80 carry, right? And you wouldn't think so because you're like, what? Cannon doesn't have much to go for him. Okay, good spacing. Katarina does not know what she's doing.
The daggers auto attacking. So yeah, man, I didn't even have my cozy campfire out. That was just basic auto attacks alongside me just proccing my shield for the bonus.
I mean, the damage isn't bad.
I think that I might be mostly scared of Quinn because the Edge of Night just makes it so it's hard for me to even like CC her.
Yeah, I mean, Quinn is scary. Quinn is scary for sure.
Okay, anyways, let's just go for a shield bow.
Yeah.
I want to be tankier. This will make me tanky. The mythic passive is also just get it bonus health as well, and I think that's really important. So,
yeah, shield bow makes a lot of sense.
To be honest, I could because they buffed Bloodthirster shield. I could also go for that. So just shields on top of shields. Did I show my runes this game? I've played so many games that sometimes I'll show my runes. These are the runes that I'm taking for press attack. I have like things for scaling. So I have Treasure Hunter for the bonus gold. And oh, that guy's so fast. I'm gonna just try to run. We can definitely kill Quinn here. Okay, we almost can kill Quinn there. Never mind. You might get her. Nice. get that last auto attack off.
I mean, yeah, that's
So
not a
the idea
good.
of the runes
This fight isn't
is
really
to
a
make it so it's
showcase
kind of standard 80 carry
of the
runes,
champion.
and then the presence of mind is still to help with the mana because essence
So
won't be enough,
versus
so
who
it's a
could he
key
be good?
price.
I mean, he could
Because
be
this
good
costs
versus like a
130,
set
that's
mid
a
lane,
big
I guess.
problem.
As weird as that sounds, but
Um,
that would be like my. Because like,
And then the press attack is obviously because I'm a short trader.
yeah, I'm just not sure. I am just
Hopefully
not
Echo wants
very
to-
sure about this.
I almost killed the Katarina, I believe. I like auto attacked her a few times. Did some pretty nuts damage, but just not enough.
He does do good damage, yeah. The auto attacks look pretty nice.
I could probably get tower at least, and then we'll just back away because I have my shield bow. I'm feeling pretty confident now, even though I am playing versus quite a few champions that have similar items to me. Okay, I'm gonna ultimate just to heal her.
Okay, kill picked up. Echo will go down.
One auto, I think. Nice.
Good damage.
So yeah, I shielded and healed my ally while also I'm just DPSing back.
Hmm.
The talent also, I think, went for me. So I was also trying to shield myself at the same time, and I think it worked out.
Yeah, I
Also
mean,
more grit. Yeah, probably a bloodthirst.
I think the weakest point of this is obviously going to be the early game. That's just gonna be. You can't play that on mid lane. Like, if this Victor was evenly skilled to Pekin, that's not shot. It's absolutely no shot.
I don't think my heal should be doing that.
'Cause you just get Aeried.
350 is actually quite
You just
good.
get
Even
Airy
with
Victor
literally
Eid.
0 AP at
Like,
all. The AP ratio on the ultimate isn't even that
forever.
impressive. It's only 30%. So if I had like 300,
and you just have to recall. You just have to recall like wave 6
so I'm not really missing out on that much.
or 5. Like,
Maybe this is truly the ideal way to play Milio. Damn, this guy is so fast. Oh my god. I really want to fight somebody, but they have so many damn assassins. And I don't want to be getting jumped on at the beginning. I would preferably...
I mean, yeah, this isn't the best game to showcase, and this is an 80 carry build anyway, because there's so many assassins here that you can't really do much, like, except live as an 80.
I want to fight to break out, and then I, like, do stuff afterwards. That's the ideal scenario. I mean, they eventually have to face check my team, but then Echo's just gonna kill them.
I find it so weird that he
I'm not sure if he's
plays,
able to
I mean, like, on the macro side, he plays so, like, fiestery here. It's just the ultimate NA RAM. Okay. That's a good showcase.
I might flash after.
Yeah, I think that's a good showcase. That was pretty nice. I mean, you know. So he does hit very hard, but she's level 13. How is Katarina level 13? Well. Yeah, okay, well then it's actually not a good showcase. I mean, level 13 Katarina doesn't.
I'm gonna
Like,
flash here.
Yeah, he's level 17 already. Hmm.
Oh,
Can get an assist here.
okay, he missed. I can step up. Go for that auto attack
Come on.
because he missed. That last Essence Reaver proc. Katarina jumped on me. I just popped everything while trying to just DPS her down. No combos necessary when they're right on top of you. I can't really kite, right? Because she's already on top of me. So I just gotta just burn everything. I did land my Q on her though, which knocked her back just for a second. So a little bit of CC to like help out a little bit too.
The Q, I mean, yeah, I want to see him. I want to see Milio in Enchanter position. I want to see him as a support. I think as a support, he seems pretty nice. But also, like, not super fancy. I think the Q, you can do a lot of cool things with. and your ultimate. I think your ultimate can be like the thing.
Huh. My auto attack hitter.
But that makes it weird because it's like kind of
Quite a
inconsistent,
bit.
right?
Like crit for 300 something, and then also the magic damage does another, I think 150 on top of that. So I'm hit for 450.
Yeah, just look at the level difference between him and like the rest of the map. Like Talon is level 16, right? So he's like the closest.
Siege pretty well, I believe, too.
And
Like,
Katarina
if I
is
use
just
my
level
campfire on
13, dude.
full
What
entire
the
team,
hell?
And then like we all get the increased auto attack. Just gonna ulti for my teammate here.
Oof, big damage. The ghost coming out. Cannon also doing no damage. Also level 13. And Pekin is almost level 18.
I could probably use my Q more often too. Shit. There goes our teammate. I don't want to die just yet. I'm okay with dying as long as I can get my item first. Because otherwise I'm going to be sitting in base with so much gold. Okay, I have enough. That's sick.
Time for dying.
Let's start something. The Katarina will come in and try to kill my teammates, but who cares?
Yeah, who cares? She's level 14. Look at that. Yeah, Seesaw versus Quinn, he's not doing that much damage. I mean, yeah, it's looking okay.
So damn close. All I needed was that last hit from my
I think a
Q
better time W
right
there.
I had a fired up, so that would have made my Q deal a lot. Because it's taking half of my damage and turning it into half of my AD and turning it into magic damage. So I think I could have killed him. I think for next item, for some reason I was gonna say Maw, but that sounds dumb because
Yeah, you're gonna need attack speed now.
Lifeline, so that actually doesn't work. I think Grudge maybe makes it abilities slow. I think that maybe counts for my passive, so I might be able to slow people down.
No.
Possibly. This
Wit's End.
But if it does work, then I get 30.
I think Wit's End could be a good one.
All of my autos.
I think here Wit's End could be a good one. You're not gonna need Armor Pen, like.
Okay, well, I'll just leave.
You know, so I think Wit's End is good because it gives attack speed, gives on hit damage. And again, there's like Katarina, Cannon, and Victor.
Everybody's so damn fast, man. They're so quick. Okay, Echo will just kill that guy probably.
Yeah, this is a difficult game to showcase this pick because I think this pick can actually outrun some champions. Right, but
Echo is the main character.
not like this.
The side character who runs at people while they run away.
That's very true. The Echo is also played in his supposed role.
Nice burn damage though.
I would love to know what Milio's build is.
So, turns out that's probably game.
True.
So, GG's.
Alright, we're gonna see. I mean, go check out Pekinwolf. He does a lot of high elo stuff as well, obviously. And yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.